Hey guys, Andrew, welcome back to the channel. So guys, I talked in the previous video and on the podcast that's dropping on Tuesday about red flags in support organisations and support workers. Let's jump into the green flags. As the first one, and this one is mainly individual support workers, whether they're agency or independent. It's the first one. They're willing to learn about your specific disability. They're willing to admit that they don't know it all, that they're not the expert, that there's always more to learn. They are willing to have a relationship with your family and friends and to be open and honest about their role in your life. And they are willing to be the bridge between family, friends, other organisations, medical professionals as well. This is the other one, is they are willing to study, whether that be Certificate 3 in individual support, whether that be NDIS compliance modules, or other free or paid training that's out there. That might even be the Diploma of Disability Studies, and I do know that in America there is a degree in disability studies, but I think that's more on the sociology side, studying disability culture and disability activism as a sociologist rather than a practical nursing support side. And hey guys, why are you studying our culture when you can just come and ask us? That's a complete aside. I find that really weird that people find disability culture something worthy of being studied, because shouldn't that just be a culture? Now, the next one is an agency is flexible in their cancellation policy, in the hours that you work, and you're not locked into, if you're tired, if you're finished a shift, if you've done everything that you need to do, you're not locked into that. So that is a big one, that you're not locked into restrictive hours, contracts. And then the other one in the housing facility is there is flexibility in getting up, going to bed, your diet. Can be a bit of a tricky one, especially if you have dietary restrictions, if you need help with diet or help managing your money. But the agency or the main support worker in the house is willing to work with your family, friends, and your plan to facilitate and get that happen. The other one is they're willing to do shit with you. That could be as bizarre as helping you set up a business, helping you to edit YouTube videos. It might even be holding you back from doing too much. That might be grabbing a 7-Eleven cup of coffee or a slushie. In Australia, 7-Eleven coffees are just as good as some of the barista made as well. So they're willing to do shit with you. That might be as mundane as housework. That might be meal prepping. That might be attending a day centre, day trips, or creating the experiences yourself. They are willing and able to support you in having a more meaningful life. They are also willing and able that if your agency has a uniform, to wear it correctly and wear it with pride. Now, I know this is a whole debate about uniforms or not uniforms. Guys, if I'm having a sensory meltdown, I would prefer a support worker to wear a uniform for the simple reason they can be identified and get me back there. There is no shame in needing a support worker or caregiver, and by ostracizing those agencies that have a uniform to reduce cost to the support worker in their clothing, I can't see the issue. We're trying to destigmatize a disability, so we should be destigmatizing support along with that. So that's the other one, is they're not afraid to be seen with you in public. So that might be with friends, with family, at job, study, work. And if you're doing a job that generally may be a supported workplace or just dropping you off and picking you up, they're willing to wait. So if you've got to ring off a till, if you've got to finish serving a customer, if you've got to finish a report, finish a phone call, they are willing to stay back. They are also willing to work with family and friends' requests when they know it will benefit the client as well. They will also not favour one client over the other. So we know we've all got favourites. We cannot deny it. But they won't show favouritism unless it's like a birthday or an anniversary or a person's achieved something really spectacular. They won't show favouritism. They will also be off their phones. There might be times when they need to be on their phones, like they're doing notes, doing research, plugging in a destination. So guys, this is something that I want to say is don't judge a support worker if they're on their phone. They might be looking up something for the client, responding to a text, responding to an email, doing a note. There might be a multitude of reasons that they are looking on their phone. If it's a full thing and the client's eating, client might be on their phone. They just might need that reset time as well. That's the other one. And guys, in organizations, they are willing to adjust policies and procedures as things change. So that might be your person's needs, that might be your person's plan, that might be legal requirements. And the other thing is they know the difference between having privacy as a right and duty of care. So balancing out duty of care and privacy as well. So guys, if you can like, share, subscribe, comment, it really helps the channel.